We'll do the press conference for the 4 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, round 5 of the European Le Mans Series this year. And for the first time this year, we've got a new winner, the number 40 Graf, Orica 07 Gibson, Gustavo Yeckerman, James Allen, Richard Bradley. First win of the season, and also the first podium of the season. So a great result for you guys in a very difficult race with lots of safety cars and four-course yellows. Gustavo, we'll start with you. We've got the microphone there. You started the race. How did it go for you? Because you were moving up coming from about 6th or 7th on the grid.
Well, we started P5, if I'm not mistaken, and I lost a bit of ground just to stay safe. On turn 1, I had a car on my inside. I just saw in my mirrors a bunch of smoke locking up, so I just waited for him to make sure he did the corner before I tried attempting it myself. And while doing that, I lost a couple positions, and I was able to make some back. And then I just run a pretty clean double stint until the safety car at the end of my double stint. The car was great. The whole Graf team has done a great job this weekend, and I think we all work pretty good as teammates, even though many people have made comments about Richard and I racing together. I'm sure that he's had a bunch of his comments as well, but I think we've proven everyone that we above everything, we're professionals and we're here to race, and it doesn't matter what we're dragging our closet from the past. We can still get together and put on a good show.
I wasn't going to mention Fuji. James, you took a car over. As I say, talk us through your part, because you were leading the race, and then obviously the pit stops and everything else, and there was changes. How were you approaching your stint?
Yeah, they put me in early because of the safety car. So they said, Gustavo's going to do a lap to catch up to the back of the safety car field, and then you're going to get in afterwards. So the first safety car start, I just tried to get through as many P3s and P2s as I could, and GTs. And then there was a second safety car, and I found myself P3 in the race. So, and I was on brand new rubber as well, because we'd barely done any racing laps. So then after that, I just tried to push as hard as I could for the rest of the first stint. That did cost me a little bit at the end of the second. The tires were starting to drop off, but I feel like I managed it well enough to get to the end of my stint and give Richard the car.
What's it like standing on the top step of the Spa podium?
It feels all right. I was in P3 last year in Formula Renault, so
nice view.
I'm familiar with it, but to stand on the top step is definitely very good, especially in such a competitive field. It's very nice.
James, congratulations. Richard, you took the car over, had quite a good lead, and then suddenly you got that drive-through for that overtaking manoeuvre up at Les Cons. Talk us through that overtaking manoeuvre on I think it was Matevos was in the car at the time, from your point of view.
Yeah, I'd been watching the TV all race, and I saw that they were having a lot of porpoising going into Les Cons, so I knew that Matevos would be very weak on the brakes up there. I was quite far back, but as he was on the inside, and I braked late on the outside, and I think Matevos didn't expect me to come from that far back. And just obviously with the momentum into the corner, I didn't, to guarantee avoiding an accident between the two of us, I had no choice really but to go off the track. I mean, I didn't, of course it wasn't intentional, but if I tried and taken the corner, we would have both had an accident, so it was the only choice I had. And then I completely forgot about it, to be honest, because I thought it was a completely fine manoeuvre. But people thought otherwise, and it made the race really exciting. So it was quite nice because, with what we've had this year, and we've had the potential all races except for Ricard, where we had some issues which we discovered after the race, to actually put everything together and finally get a result, which I think from the performances we had, we deserved. It's a really nice feeling to help this team come from the start in P2 and get them onto the top step, and it was also nice for me because my job this year has been mainly looking after tyres and trying to attack in the second stint. So to actually just have I could push reasonably hard was quite nice and something quite different, but yeah, made it very exciting for you guys, and in the car it was very exciting.
It definitely was. Thank you, Richard, and congratulations to you and all the Graf team as well. In second place, the number 22 GF Drive Racing Orica 07 Gibson, our championship leaders, Leo Russell, Mima Rojas and Rio Hirakawa. Welcome back, Rio, from a couple of absences. Leo took the start. I know things didn't work out exactly how you wanted to, but you must take away from this race that you are 18 points ahead of the championship going into the last round.
Yes, we're still leading the championship with 18 points. It's good for all the team. And I did a shit start. And I go outside, and I went outside, and after my stint was good, and the strategy was excellent to the drive racing. And after I took a drive through for anything, and after the Ray and Memo did a great job also. And yeah, we still the championship with 18 points is good.
Was it your call or the team's call to come in on that first full course yellow to come in for fuel, the splash?
Yeah.
It was your call. The good call that. Took the car. Again, you know, while this is disappointing with obviously the penalties, you didn't win the race, and of course they got penalties as well. You must take stock of the fact that you finished ahead of the 32 car.
Yeah, it's our main goal this weekend was obviously to score more points than the 32 car. We achieved that goal. Obviously, we would have preferred to do it with a win. We think we had a great pace. We had a great car. We certainly were in a position to win the race, but unfortunately, you know, we had a bad call with the drive-through penalty. And you know, racing is like this, and you have to accept the penalties. There's always a consequence for things. And the good thing is that we kept our head up and we kept pushing. Rio had to deal with that at the end, and you know, Leo drove very well in his stints, and Rio as well. So we managed to have a P2 finish with a penalty, which is pretty good for how the championship is looking.
You were going to Portimao now. I don't think, have you raced there before? I don't think you have.
No.
No, so it's a new track for you. So
Yeah.
how are you going to approach that one with the championship in mind?
Well, I'll spend more time in my sim, I guess. Yeah, no, normal as any other track. You know, many of the European tracks are new to me. Well, they were new to me last year, so as I come from America, so you know, I'm already used to learning the tracks in the short time. The LMS practice sessions go by very quickly, quicker than they look, but we'll do our best.
Congratulations, Mimo. As I said, welcome back, and a podium finish. A very difficult part of the race for you, very exciting from where we were sat. What was it like from where you were sitting?
Yeah, nothing better than winning. We are really disappointed to this result. My stint was almost have to do a fuel saving, which was really annoying me. And last few laps I could do push, but I had a back marker. I was broken like 2 laps, and then yeah, I could see 40 car was coming out the pit. So last lap I was really pushing, but I couldn't make it. So yeah, next race I will try to be one more position better.
Perfect. Thank you, Rio, and I say welcome back. 27 SMP Delara P2217 Gibson, Igor Ruchev and Matevos Izakian. I think I got that right this time, guys. I've been practicing. Podium of the year after winning the last race in Le Castellet. Igor started the race. You had over 3 hours. Was that a plan?
Yeah, we planned to do straight away 2:20 to get rid of my time and to get if we were in front, that would be much easier for the strategy. So because Matevos would just control it, but we were not as quick as I think we were expected, and we decided that we go really long. And well, I actually didn't know how much time I spent in the car. I thought it was like 2:30 maybe, but in the end I ended up more than 3 hours. So it's a nice feeling. I had a lot of full course yellow safety cars, which were really annoying, because it's really difficult to look after the tires. And in the end, I think I did a good job. I didn't make any mistakes, not the big ones, and I took my opportunity when I could overtake. So that was a nice race for me.
Did the safety cars, etc., upset the? Obviously, you said you were longer in the car, but was the strategy being changed every time the full course yellow? Were they on the thing telling you what was going on?
Not to me, but I know between themselves in the team they were looking into many things because, well, yeah, it's a lot of safety cars, so you save a lot of fuel, but then you need to do another stop, or it's a lot of things like this. So it was difficult.
Mateusz, you took the car over. So I said about the last hour, a great battle there. Towards the end, Felipe Albuquerque was catching you up, and it was great from where you see. What was it like from your position?
Well, unfortunately, we faced quite a lot of technical issues in free practices, so I didn't get a lot of running, and as I jumped in the car, I wasn't really feeling well. I didn't feel the car well, so for me it was just try not to do a mistake and maintain the pace, and I tried my best, and it was enough, even though probably the next lap I would have been fourth.
This is your second podium in 2 races in P2s. Both you in your first year of P2. How does that compare to your World Series challenge you've got going on at the moment as well? Do you enjoy the P2s?
Well, to be honest, I really enjoy it because I like it. It's a smoother race. You need to think about more things, so it's not just a sprint where you push for 40 minutes. So I'm really enjoying it.